He's a talented young actor and one of the biggest stars in the world. It really is true. Please welcome Daniel Radcliffe.
Thank you very much. Well, I always like to make an effort for you guys.
Well, you do. You make a great effort.
Thank you.
You know, last time you were here, you were co-hosting with Kelly, pre-me.
I'm more than happy that you have that job this time.
No.
It's really hard.
Really?
I found it incredible. I screwed up.
What's so hard about it?
I did. I did.
You were convinced you were screwing up, but I can't imagine why. You were so good at
Well,
it.
I said the wrong... I remember calling Carson Presley Carson Daly.
Oh,
we do that all the time, David. Well, David, we do that all the time.
that's his fault. And you still screwed his name up. It's Carson Kressley, not Carson.
For a second time, I will apologise to everybody on this show. I should just stop trying to get involved in saying names.
But we understand why. I mean, you're so busy, man. Even this year, you have 3 films coming out this year.
Gosh.
You
Well,
just finished the play in London.
only one this year that we know of, hope at the moment. But yes, and then just finished a play as well, which went well. But I did just finish a film which involved a lot of snakes, which I just heard you talking about. Which I had like a 6-foot-long python wrapped around me for like the last half of that movie.
No kidding.
Yeah, and it was awesome.
Wait, okay. So tell us why were you...
It's a very long and involved story,
Okay.
so I probably shouldn't tell the whole thing now.
Are you afraid of snakes?
No, I ended up really liking it. They called it Princess Leia. She was really cool. She was I don't know, she was really like docile, and they're kind of cute after a while.
docile until she's hungry.
Well, they kept her fed, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I finished the play as well, which was incredibly exciting, and unfortunately I didn't get to do it in New York, but
do you think you will? Because you were so good on the stage here in New York City.
I don't know if it'll be that play, but I definitely want to do something over here again, because I just have the best time when I work here.
Oh my gosh,
So, yeah.
I mean, if you haven't had the chance, the opportunity to see Daniel live on the stage, you really should, because you're such a great actor. I feel like every time every role you are here to talk about is such a departure from every other role you've ever done.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I think the thing is, that's the way I have the most fun doing my job. I don't think if you're just repeating yourself the whole time as an actor and doing the same kind of performances in the same kind of movies, it's less fun apart from anything else. It's less interesting for an audience, but it's also less fun for me. And so I think it's not just a case of not wanting to repeat Potter now, but I also don't want to repeat, you know, Woman in Black or now Kill Your Darlings, which is obviously coming out soon.
Right.
It's constantly wanting to, you know, change it up, and that's the way. Yeah, it's much more interesting that way for everyone.
But you've done that. I mean, your roles have been so all over the board. But do you take time off?
Not really, but I'm very lucky. I'm in the fantastic position of being, you know, I love my job. Like, I love what I do, and I prefer working to not working. Like, being on set is something I've done since I was, you know, 9 or 10, kind of every day. So I'm very, very happy there. So I do take some time off, and I do like relaxing and doing nothing, but I do also love what I do.
I was just saying to Michael last week that the first time I met you, you were 9 years old, and I was 18. So I literally feel like I have known you your entire life.
I'm now in the slightly unenviable position of, like, I get interviewed by a lot of people who are just like, I don't know, I just remind them of their sort of a sense of mortality every time they see me. They're like, oh God. So, like, because I'm a yardstick for how long they've been doing what they've been doing, for a lot of them, because they, you know, it's all very well interviewing somebody who's 24, but interviewing someone who's 24 who you've interviewed for 14 years.
Right, exactly.
It puts it in perspective for people.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, you're going to tell us what it's like to get into, transform yourself into a young Allen Ginsberg.
Oh, my God.
Can't wait to hear this. More with Daniel Radcliffe when we come back. We're back with Daniel Radcliffe. Your new movie, Killing Your Darlings.
Kill Your Darlings,
Now,
yes.
Kill Your Darlings. You play a young Allen Ginsberg. So
Yes.
what's the movie about?
Basically, the movie and my role in the movie, it's about a young Allen Ginsberg who, at the age of 17, is going off to college for the first time, and he meets this guy called Lucian Carr, who is kind of everything Allen wants to be. He's charismatic, like no social situation is too big for him, and Allen falls head over heels in love with him. But then Lucian is also involved with another man who ultimately he ends up murdering.
Yeah, this is based on
a true story. Yeah, it's a true story, and it's a true story about 3 incredibly famous writers who became a huge part of, you know, American literature and history that and this story seems to be still kind of unknown. It's a really significant event, and this murder was actually, in many ways, what prompted them all to begin writing, or it was certainly it was the thing that Jack and Bill wrote their first book about together, and it was obviously a hugely impactful moment in Alan's life. So it's really like it's an origins movie for poets. It's like you've seen the X-Men, how all the X-Men started. Now you've got to see Allen Ginsberg and Jack Kerouac.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a natural progression.
But it's like it takes place in the 40s. You shot it in New York.
Yeah, we shot it all in New York. Yeah.
So, but you shot it recently. Yeah. So, how New York has changed so much.
Yeah, I mean that was definitely one of the challenges of the film, and particularly of making a film for this is a very low budget independent film, and one of the challenges of that. Filming something in period and filming on film as well is really hard, and one of the things that speaks to the talent of our director and production designer and costume designer, that the film looks so authentic, and we were able to use a lot of original locations around Columbia University where Alan was at college, and so there's we were able to use quite a lot, and filming on location in New York for it was a 25-day shoot. It was lightning pace, and it was so much fun.
Oh my gosh.
Let's take a look at this.
Okay.
And here's your character, Alan, finally meets Lucien Carr for the first time, Daniel Radcliffe, and Kill Your Darlings.
How's your Yeats? Have you read Vision?
Never heard of it.
Oh, it's completely brilliant. And impossible. He says that life is round. That we're stuck on this wheel of living and dying, an endless circle, until someone breaks it. You walked in here, you ruptured the pattern. Bang! The whole world gets wider. How did you...
It's consonants. A reiteration of themes.
Are you a writer? Because I've got a job for a writer.
No, I'm not.
Well, you're not anything yet.
Yourself.
Well, I had a lot of help from an amazing hair and makeup department, and Laurie and Peg, who obviously had the perm, which was very popular on set. Initially, when I had the perm, the first day Dane and I met each other, who's the other amazing guy in that scene. He's a fantastic actor and a great guy. But the first day we met each other I was getting permed and he was getting highlights, so we spent a day in the salon together.
That's like how all things in New Jersey happen. So that is normal. That's very
will bond
normal.
you.
Yeah, that's right.
And the movie is Kill Your Darlings. It opens October 15th in New York and LA, and nationwide late October. Make sure you check it out. Daniel Radcliffe, everybody.